Hey friends, welcome back. We have got another video for you. Here we go. Did you know there's a moment right before joy? It's a quiet, uncertain space where fear still lingers and courage hasn't quite found its voice. It's the moment right before a breakthrough. Science tells us that joy isn't just a happy accident. It's chemistry, a dance of neurons, release of endorphins, a soft lightning inside the brain. But for all its precision, science can't quite capture what joy truly feels like, because joy isn't just a spark in the mind. It's a rebellion of the heart. Once there was a young woman named Arya. She lived her life behind a quiet wall of almost trying, almost daring, almost living. Her days were safe, predictable beige, until one morning she read something that stuck with her. The opposite of fear isn't bravery, it's joy. That single line followed her for weeks. She wondered how something so gentle could ever defeat something as loud as fear. So she started an experiment. Each day she did one small thing that scared her. Not grand gestures or leaps off cliffs, just little whispers of courage, saying hello first, speaking an unpopular truth, laughing when it felt safer to stay quiet, and slowly something began to shift. Science explains courage as a chemical decision. The amygdala, our brain's alarm system, screams, but the prefrontal cortex whispers back, "We're safe, keep going." But beyond the biology, there's something else, something wild and unquantifiable. Joy. Joy is what happens when the body learns to trust the unknown. It's that moment your soul inhales and says, "I survived, I'm still here." Arya learned that courage doesn't roar, it hums. It begins as a tremor in the bones and ends as laughter in the throat. Somewhere between fear and freedom, joy blooms fragile at first, then fierce. She started noticing joy hiding in ordinary places, in the way sunlight slipped through her coffee steam, in the rhythm of her breath after a long walk, in the quiet pride of doing something that once felt impossible. The more she looked for joy, the smaller her fear became. There's a science to this too. Neurons that fire together, wire together. It's the brain's way of learning emotion. Every time we choose joy in the presence of fear, we're literally rewriting ourselves. We're teaching our minds that safety can exist inside uncertainty, that fear doesn't need to vanish for courage to rise. That's what happens when joy it rewires the soul. One evening, Arya stood before a crowd, ready to share her story. Her hands trembled, her pulse thundered. Fear arrived, punctual as always. But this time, she smiled. "I see you," she whispered to her fear. "You can come along, but I'm driving." The audience waited. She began to speak, and in that moment her fear transformed not into confidence, but into energy, light, and motion. She didn't conquer fear. She befriended it, and from that friendship, joy was born. Here's what science won't tell you. Joy isn't just an emotion. It's an act of defiance. It's a way of saying, despite it all, I choose to shine. Fear is biological, but joy is spiritual. It's the bridge between what we know and what we hope for. And when we cross it, we don't just survive, we expand. So what happens when joy? You become impossible to break. You laugh at the edge of your own limits. You look fear in the eye and see not a monster, but a map, a guide toward your next growth. Joy doesn't erase the dark. It teaches you to dance with it. It reminds you that courage is not the absence of trembling, it's the decision to tremble and still move forward. So take a deep breath, let joy happen, let it flood the hollow spaces where fear once lived. Because in the end, courage isn't something you find, it's something you remember, and joy, quiet, radiant, unshakable joy is what helps you remember who you've been all along. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video, share and subscribing to the channel. See you next time.